How long can you survive in The Sims as a dog? Starting with The Sims 2, there was the option to get a career as a pet. It begged the question, how long could you sustain a property starting with just one pet to grow your income? Today I decided to put this idea to the test in the experiment that follows. I have a few goals for today's playthrough. 1. Survival. Getting along as a dog isn't easy, and meeting my basic needs is the first of my priorities. 2. Get a good dog career that can pay the bills and maybe even keep my human alive and meet his needs too. And 3. Upgrade my dog lifestyle, adopt more dogs to help me build a community of hardworking dogs, and acquire enough money for the best furniture, all in the pursuit of fancy dog living. So without any further ado, let's begin. Welcome everybody to The Sims 2. We're gonna be starting a new game in Pleasant View. Before we do anything, we have to create a new family. We're going to be the Zuckerberg family. Meet our dog protagonist, Bark Zuckerberg.
Nice. What else is coming?
He is an American foxhound. Look at him. Unfortunately, I'm not actually allowed to begin the game with just a single dog. The dog has nothing. He has no money. We will, unfortunately, need a human. Otherwise, we can't actually play the game. So meet not only Bark, meet our owner. This is Snark Zuckerberg, owner of Bark. And I think we are ready to begin. All right, this house looks pretty nice and still affordable. 14,372 simoleons. Let's move in. Oh, amazing. Look at that Sims 2 intro cinematic. It's incredible. All right, so the very first thing we need to do before we start the playthrough is somehow get rid of the human from the dog's life. So for that, we are just going to pause time, stop playing around together, and we are going to construct a human house. Not a dog house, but a human house. A terrible place in which for us to encase Snark Zuckerberg. So get in there, Snark. This playthrough is about Bark Zuckerberg, not you. We do need to keep him alive, otherwise animal control will come and end the playthrough, so that wouldn't be any good. We are just going to put a roof there, and he is fully encased in his own terrible, non-porous construction. All right, mission accomplished. We now have the dog and the human living separately. The dog is already digging a hole in the yard. Step 2, we do need to keep the human alive, so we are going to take all of the items from the house and just repurpose them as needed. Oven, not required. We'll sell that. Counter, a little unnecessary. We don't need that either. And I just have to add a few items of furniture to keep our human alive. He won't be very happy, but he will be, what is most important, still alive. All right, I have just finished setting up a habitat for Snark Zuckerberg the human, and he has just about everything he needs to keep him from going crazy, which will hopefully distract him from the rest of his life in solitary confinement. Hunger, he has his fridge. Comfort, he can sleep in this bed. Bladder, there's a toilet, also a shower for hygiene. Socializing and entertainment can of course be done on the World Wide Web. And that's just about everything we need to keep Snark Zuckerberg happy. Let's just give him a little bit more light. There we go. It actually looks really nice in here. I'm a little bit jealous of Snark. All right, we're going to take eyes off of our human for a minute because this playthrough, after all, is about Bark Zuckerberg the dog. And Bark Zuckerberg has a lot of needs. Hunger, comfort, bladder, energy, fun, social hygiene, and chew, of course. It looks like Bark is getting some of his needs met from just playing around with passers-by in the neighborhood. Fun and social. All right, that's a start. But, well, there is actually one thing we're going to need Snark Zuckerberg to do for Bark, and it's the only way to make this playthrough possible. So we're just going to sort of create this vestibule here in between our houses. And just look how amazing that looks. It's almost as if it's not a hostage exchange room. And we are going to create sort of a one-way entrance here. We are going to put 2 doors, but we're going to lock the doors. And we are going to just put this one dog bowl in the middle of the room. And we are just going to lock the doors so that pets aren't allowed in here and humans aren't allowed in here. When I recorded this playthrough, I accidentally left off a sliver of the bottom of the screen in my recording software. Unfortunately, it contained my money in the bottom of the UI. But I just spent most of the playthrough being poor and broke anyway, so there wasn't much to see. I hope it gets better for me next time. Alright, your only duty, Snark, is to fill this bowl with dog food. What is he doing? Alright, well, that was the point. Amazing. Go back to your room, return to solitary confinement, and just like that, our dog is able to get food in the vestibule between while the human remains locked up in his contained room. This will keep Bark Zuckerberg alive whilst our human is in here and unable to see the outside world, which is exactly as we're intending it. Alright, it looks like that Bark is just going to go about his daily social activities right here. The one last thing we're going to need to do is find a pet job for Bark. He can't read, so we're going to get him a job with our human, that's right. There's an opening in the showbiz career track as an extra. Bark will be paid 125 simoleons a day for 5 days a week. Does Bark want this job? Of course. Oh, we've also got an opening in the service career track as a vermin chaser, or even an opening in the security career track as a snooper deterrent. 113 simoleons a day. All right, well, showbiz pays the best. Let's take that job for the dog, Bark. Congratulations on your new job. The carpool will arrive at 8 a.m. Amazing. Bark is no longer unemployed. You hate to see an unemployed dog. It just makes me sick to my stomach. All right, so we have just essentially taken The Sims and made it into a game about a dog that you cannot control, and we've given him $0 to start, and he's just beginning a new career. I can't think of any tale more inspiring about advancing one's livelihood. This is maybe even more inspiring than all of the playthroughs I've done as a human. But things are not looking very good. Our hunger is already dropping, and I don't have any more money for dog food for tomorrow. It is Monday at 3:38 p.m., and my first day of work is tomorrow at 9 a.m. in the showbiz career track. I have to make enough money to feed myself with dog food and get dog furniture, because right now, I am literally just sitting on the sidewalk and doing nothing. Let's observe and see how Bark decides to spend the evening and if he's able to meet all of his needs. Well, we've already met our hunger need, and it looks like Bark is mostly content to just sit on the sidewalk and scratch himself. It looks like there's not much else to do, pretty much just eat. And it looks like Bark is just digging more holes pretty much all over the place. He hasn't been trained and he has no dog skills. It looks like he's just going to spend the rest of the night sitting beside his food dish and licking his foot. Absolute genius IQ. Alright, it looks like he's gone to sleep and he's dreaming of himself. Aw, he's dreaming about socializing. It's nice to see that even though he doesn't have a dog bed, he's still able to sleep on the floor. Alright, well, he is getting through the night and getting back his energy. That's nice to see. It looks like Bark has learned to urinate, and now he's just rubbing himself around on the ground in his own urine. Well, at least it meets his fun need. I mean, we're meeting so many of these needs, man. Oh, it's spreading around. Alright, we've almost made it to 8 a.m. and the carpool is about to arrive. I think through a combination of rolling around in my own urine and licking my foot, I have managed to keep my needs high enough that I will be able to survive to my first dog paycheck. Let's go, Bark. Only 1 hour left until the carpool arrives. I need this money to pay for more dog food and survive till tomorrow. Just a minute until the carpool arrives, and amazing. Let's see if he gets into the car. Wow, he is autonomously getting into the car on his own. Who in the world is driving this vehicle with a dog of all people in the back seat? All right, well, I'm not one to question it. Have a good day. Bark works 9 a.m. to 4 p.m. as an extra. 125 simoleons a day. I think food is around 40 simoleons, so that gives us around 85 simoleons to work with. I need to learn speak in order to get promoted. Bark has not yet learned any commands. Spend some time with your pet to teach them new behaviors and commands. Well, that's too bad because, unfortunately, Spark Zuckerberg is sitting in a room with a pile of trash and accumulating, yes, even more of it. And he's not allowed to leave the room. That would be against the rules. And that's that. You know, I'm beginning to realize it's not just about feeding the dog, it's also about feeding our human. I have a human to feed. I'm a hardworking dog, after all, what can I say? Well, let's get through the first day or two of work and see what we're able to do with the amount of money we raise. And okay, 4 o'clock, it looks like Bark is returning home in the shotgun seat from a hard day at his career. 125 simoleons, they didn't even fire him for smelling like urine. He looks pretty tired. His hygiene need has dropped to 0, that's no good, and his energy is very low. We've got a lot of work to do before tomorrow if we want to get this dog ready for another day of work. Alright, $125. What are we going to do with all of this money? I think we can now afford to buy Bark a chew toy. The Chewinator by Chompco. Fun 6, Chew 4. Well, that sounds like a lot of fun to me. Let's spend the 55 simoleons it's going to take. Well, it's good to see that Bark is able to come home and relax after such a hard, long day of work. And it's probably going to take him a while to regain his energy. It's only around 5:30 right now, but a sidewalk doesn't make for a very good bed. Let's see how he does here. Hygiene is just at 0. I don't know what to do with that. But hey, comfort, bladder, hunger. We still got a little bit of food left in the bowl. I think that as long as people keep passing by on the curb, we should be able to meet our social need. Let's just see what he does. Oh, he keeps having dreams about his dog self. All right, he's looking all well rested and energized now. We're around midnight, and he's gone inside the house to play with his chew toy. Amazing, good. He's meeting more of his needs. Bark, this is going to get you in such a good mood for tomorrow at work. He's really not very comfortable. I mean, the sidewalk is one thing, but he doesn't look like he's gaining any comfort from being inside of the house, so we'll have to take care of that next. And it looks like he's eaten the last of the food from the bowl. Let's see how much it costs to replace this. Right, Snark, get out of bed. Alright, it's 10 simoleons for Snark to replace the bowl. That will continue to meet our hunger needs, I guess for about a day, $10 each. That's not too bad considering that I'm making 125 simoleons a day. How many good dog working years do I have left? 20 days. Well, who knows, maybe he'll be able to extend his working years into his old age as an elder dog. That remains to be decided. Oh well, more urinating, more sitting around, more chew toy, and the carpool is about to arrive in around a half hour. Right, cross your fingers, the carpool is here, and will he find the motivation to go to work again? Okay, great. This is huge. If he felt too bad, he might not be able to go to work at all. There goes our protagonist off to another thrilling day. All right, well, the trash is piling up in here, but I'm sure we'll be able to figure out some way to consolidate it. Let's just leave that problem for now, though, and ignore it until it gets worse. Hey, at least you have food, Snark. Well, we managed to keep around 60 simoleons after all things are said and done from that first day. Let's see what we can do next. There's not really anything else we could afford here. This is a cat toy, but, well, we don't use that. Oh, it looks like there's a new career opportunity. Bark. Just as shooting is about to commence on the latest Swords and Sandals epic involving thousands of canines dressed in battle armor, the executive producer, Franz Callis, storms onto the set. Apparently, Callis's personal canine assistant dramatically quit in the morning, meaning he'll have to fetch his own newspaper. I'm sorry, I can't. Why did they write this dialogue into the game? Eager to get Callis off his set, the director points to Bark and says the assistant slot is open if he wants it. Bark has always wanted to be an actor, so an assistant's role is not exactly appealing. Nonetheless, in an industry when knowing the right person is everything, a well-placed recommendation from Callis would be the jumpstart Bark's career needs. Okay, this is an amazing career opportunity. Yes, absolutely, I'll become Callis's assistant. It's all about being in the right place at the right time. While accompanying Callis on his post-brunch stroll through the park, Bark manages to pull off a star-quality whimper and tail wag, followed by a classic rub my belly to stall the female jogger Callis was making eyes at. Impressed by Bark's ability to improvise and own the scene, Bark is promoted to understudy. Amazing. Oh, look at me go. I've arrived home in a fancier sports car, but it's got rust all over it. Oh, well, understudy is pretty good. Bark has been promoted to understudy. No longer limited to noisy scenes with other no-named animals, your pet will now get a chance to truly act. Your pet must be taught to roll over to make it to stunt double. All right, I guess we lucked out, because I didn't even learn to speak, but I made 220 simoleons today and a bonus of 440. I was just gonna get a dog bed, but I think we could start doing even more. Fortune has graced me. You know, maybe all that not taking a shower paid off for Bark. I mean, it maybe made him seem more authentic and organic to the roles they were looking for. Oh well. It's time to keep improving Bark's life. We have a chew toy already. I think we could do better though. Let's get this comfy pet pillow. Comfort 4, Energy 6. Alright, this will do. We'll put it right there. We still have 560 simoleons. I don't even know what to do. I didn't envision myself having this much money. Let's see what Bark decides to do. His needs aren't so low right now, but I guess he'll go over to the pillow in a minute. I guess I was just unprepared for this amount of success all at once. The question is, what to do next? Well, I think maybe the first thing we want to do is set aside some money in an emergency fund so that we can afford food in the case of a worst-case nightmare scenario. Bark needs around $10 a day for dog food, so we have plenty for that, but we also have to keep our human alive. And if we run out of food, we'll need to buy another fridge for, well, we could do it pretty cheap for like $350 or $375, but 600 is ideal, so we need to save up a little bit more money before then. Let's have another dog day at work. Oh look, Bark is resting so much more peacefully now that he has an actual dog bed. My quality of life is improving. Alright, it looks like the carpool has arrived once again for Bark at his important job. Have a great day today again. Ugh, it really looks like our humans' messes are starting to pile up. We have to handle this next after we get the food situation taken care of. Alright, here comes Bark, back from another hopefully successful day at work. Another 220 simoleons. Amazing. This gives us a surplus of cash. We can now afford maybe something to improve our quality of life. Bark's social need is dropping. Hopefully someone will pass by today, or another pet. Good job, Bark. You're sustaining our whole family. Don't give up now. Right, we have to somehow get rid of this trash, so I'm just going to buy a small and inexpensive trash can. Come on, Spark. Clean up after yourself. That's disgusting. Hopefully this will improve the environment because he really wasn't liking it at all. Oh, alright. This is great. We got so many messes taken care of now. Then we just sell back the trash can. Alright, we actually took out most of the trash messes in that room. You know, I'm a little worried about Bark Zuckerberg, though. If he doesn't have anyone else to talk to, he's gonna be pretty upset. You know, he seems to be getting by more or less okay without taking any baths or showers. Although with his social need dropping, I think that this calls for drastic action. We now have enough money to afford, yes, that's right, a second dog. For this, we are just going to purchase this phone and call services. Now, there are many services to choose from, but we are going to be using the pet adoption service. There are so many dogs to choose from. Look at all these dogs. Oh my gosh, that one looks so happy. What is his name? Oh, he's really expensive. Oh, but some of these dogs have already learned many behaviors. These are like gourmet dogs. Well, I don't think we can afford dogs like that yet. What about this one? $2,500, still too expensive. I think we can afford some of these idiot dogs. Why don't we get a few of these? Benny, Max, and Leroy. I think I like the name Leroy for a dog. This is a good-looking dog. The adoptions will continue until our financial situation improves. Okay, we are adopting Leroy the dog. I'll come right away to drop off your new pet. Welcome, Leroy the dog. Here he comes right now. Here is the dog adoption man, and somehow he has entered the locked doors. All right, well, with a handshake, and that's it, and $3.99 exchanged. Here comes Leroy the dog. Welcome, new friend. All right, he has no way of getting to me, so he's just going to cross the street on his own. Let's see if he manages to make himself at home. Come on in, Leroy. Oh, he's only just a puppy right now. He becomes an adult in one day, though. All right, that's fine. He should probably get through to that. He was pretty expensive, though. Let's see if we can get him a job. Well, we have to wait one day until tomorrow, I suppose. I wonder if Bark will actually make friends with him. Let's see if they interact. I don't really know if we have enough money for this, but let's get another dog bed to put next to Bark so that hopefully they sleep near each other and become the best of friends. Alright, it looks like Leroy is making his way straight for the food. That's good. Grow up and be strong, Leroy the dog. Oh, he looks so happy. Look at him eating. What a good boy, wagging his tail. Grow up to be big and strong, Leroy, because no one is here to take care of you. It's just you and another dog. Alright, he's just kind of trotting around. Let's see if he finds the bed. Yes, look. He's found it. He's found the other dog. Amazing. Oh, cool. They're actually socializing, or he's trying to get him to socialize, but he's asleep. Oh, yes, he's discovered the pillow, and he's almost too small to get onto it. That's really cute. Aww. Like two brothers. Alright, it looks like they're awake. Let's see if they socialize at all. Well, it looks like Bark has met Andy the hound of the neighborhood. I wonder if he's getting in his socializing there. Let's see. Oh, actually, he is. All is well. Amazing. Thank God for that. I was afraid our dog would quit his acting career. Alright, he's able to meet his needs somehow, even if it's just with vagrants outside. Alright, another day at work. Bark, get out there. We all gotta eat. These mouths aren't gonna feed themselves. We need a hardworking dog to sustain us. God, he looks so confident walking off to work. Look at him go. He is our sole breadwinner, after all. Have a great day. Oh no, I forgot that we're almost completely unable to pay our bills. They'll just have to repo some of our furniture to pay them. Oh look, Leroy's grown up into an adult. Oh, this is awesome. Now we can get him a job. Look at his fur, it's so nice. Alright, two dogs living together now. Let's get him a job. Alright, find another pet job for Leroy. Get out of bed, Spark Zuckerberg. Come on, these dogs aren't gonna find their own jobs. Alright, it looks like Bark has returned from work for 220 simoleons. And let's try getting a career in a different track for Leroy. Who knows? Maybe it'll give us some other kind of results. Right, there's a job as vermin chaser for 107 a day. Let's take that. Congratulations! Leroy's carpool will arrive at 5 p.m. Oh, awesome. They're spending time together. Maybe they'll improve their social needs by spending time. Yes, good. Sniffing one another. That hopefully will, meet some sort of social need. Yes! All right, here comes Leroy's work van. Get in there, Leroy. That looks really sketchy, but hey, at least you met some of your social needs, and you can go off to, hopefully, a successful first day at work. Have a good day! Oh, now Bark is alone at home. Oh, he's dreaming of running! Maybe he has a little dog PTSD from all that time holding down the provider role on his own. It's okay, Bark. Life is about to get a little bit better for you. We're gonna try to save up to, that's right, adopt yet another dog. We still have a whole other dog career track we're not even on yet. We don't want you to be lonely, of course. Not like our human. All right, coming home from what I hope was a successful day at work. 107 simoleons. Amazing. Aw, Leroy's sad since he hasn't socialized in a while. Well, get back in there. Bark's at home waiting for you. And, oh, we have, chew toy envy going on right here. Well, it is Leroy's work week, so maybe we should get a second chew toy. But, I think maybe before that, we should probably buy a second food dish because we've got multiple mouths to feed here, and this is getting to be a lot. All right, multiple bowls filled. Good job, Snark. Now get back in your room. Oh, look, they're going in to have dinner together. Oh, but Leroy just wants to socialize. Well, Leroy, you can socialize maybe after dinner. All right, here we go. Good. Come on, be productive. Chop, chop. And they're making, dog gangs. They've met more neighborhood dogs who we'll see if they have an alliance or something. They're getting into an argument with this smaller neighborhood dog. Right, let's see how Bark does. Is he, the more social type? Oh, Bark is very friendly and accessible to the other dogs. You love to see Bark making new friends with other neighborhood dogs. Now, are they okay with each other? Let's see their relationship. Oh, they are pretty good friends, but it looks like they're fighting. Maybe play fighting right now. That looks pretty friendly still. Oh, awesome. Look, they're filling up their social bars. Yes, positive dog interactions. Let's go. Bark has the day off today. Well, thank God. He deserved a day off. All right, it looks like SimCity Collection Agency has come to take something from me. What will it be? And it is the lamp. They wanted the lamp. That is acceptable, I suppose. Just don't take my computer. And they took the other lamp. That is also fine. Okay, goodbye. I'm sorry. I am incapable of paying my bills. I can't leave my house and there's nowhere to put the trash. Oh no, now there's just a heaping pile of garbage in the middle of the room. Right, we're off to another day of vermin chasing for Leroy. It looks like he's pretty much met all of his needs today, too. Pretty nice, have a good day. Oh, it looks like the dog beds are starting to smell and give off an odor. Now this is a new problem we're going to have to encounter. Let's just leave that and ignore it, and maybe we'll think about it later on. Here comes Leroy again from another successful day at work. I think that's getting to be enough money to afford, that's right, a third dog. We're really not bringing in much money still, and I think we have to do better. Let's call for another adoption. Pet adoption service, and I guess let's try Max today. He's a pretty good-looking dog. And he's, again, only $3.99 in adoption fees. Let's go, Max. Oh no, it looks like Bark and Leroy are getting into a fight. That's terrible. Well, hopefully this is just playful dog interaction. Maybe I should have gotten some female dogs. Oh, we could have gotten puppies. All right, here comes Max the dog. He is standing on the sidewalk again on the opposite side of the road. Come find your way in, Max. Don't get hit. What does this adoption person think when they just come in and see me at my computer? I didn't even answer the front door. I'm just in the back room. Who in their right mind would willfully give me this dog? Well, at least there's food for them. All right, we have a third dog. Max, I guess he'll take another day to grow up, and then we'll get him a job, too. Welcome in, Max. Oh, he's so cute. He's only a puppy for a day, though. Oh, no, this is terrible. Bark the dog has run away. I guess from the fight with Leroy? All right, it's time to report Bark's missing status. Someone find this dog. I'm sorry to hear Bark has run away. Losing a pet is terrible. Hopefully, he heads back home soon, but we'll give you a call if we find him. Well, he will eventually just return on his own, I think. Oh, it's like Dad has gone away to get milk and cigarettes at the store. Oh well, I mean, we're doing pretty much okay. He might unfortunately lose his job, though, if he's run away. Oh, I wish Bark would just come home Hey, it looks like Bark is actually having a pretty great time away from home. He's meeting his hygiene need. He's a pretty high-earning dog. He's probably on to bigger and better things right now, for a little while at least. If we get enough money, though, we might be able to build a fence to prevent that from happening again. But hey, who am I to argue with a dog getting a bath somewhere else beyond our household for right now? Bark, you have a good time. We'll see you in a bit. Right, it looks like Leroy's carpool is here, and have a good day at work, Leroy. You're now the sole earner until Bark comes home. Right, Leroy brought home some more simoleons for us today. Amazing, now we have enough to survive. Oh yes, Bark has been found. Oh, thank God for that. Okay, I'll bring your pet right over. Look, everyone, Bark is returning home from jail. It's alright. Well, it's not alright, but, well, you're back for now, and we're happy that you got the shower you wanted. Take better care of Bark to prevent this from happening again. I will, officer, I will. My bedroom is getting worse. There's a spill in the shower. Now there's chips and trash where my lamp used to be. Things are getting, well, a little bit dicey here. Hopefully they'll get better. It looked like Bark and Leroy were getting along, but at least Bark can go back to another day on his important yet stressful job. Maybe that's what caused him to run away in the first place. Oh, here comes the repo man again. It looks like he's coming in to confiscate the chew toy. I guess we just have to outpace the rate at which he's repoing different items in the house. We're going to need to make a lot more dog money. No, he's taking the full food dish. How sinister. Oh, that's too bad. Well, the bills probably weren't that high. All right, that wasn't so much. That was only like $100 worth of stuff. That was probably the price of the bills to begin with. All right, Bark has returned from yet another important day at work, and it looks like Leroy is about to head out to his job. I don't think I really like this whole dogs might run away thing. Oh my gosh. Leroy might get promoted. The amazing Schmoody Moody and his merry band of acrobatic aquatic womrats ran into disaster during the morning rehearsal at the local water park. The park is in dire need of an elite professional verminator to provide a fast fix to their womrat problem before the park opens in less than an hour. Leroy has been offered a promotion. Yes, I accept. We've been promoted to therapy pet. Okay, pretty good. Let's see how much money he brought home. Is he making more than Bark now? Well, he brought home $380, and he's now doing a little bit better. Black dot collar unlocked for dogs. Amazing. Okay, it looks like we're going to need a third dog bed to entice Leroy to re-enter the house because he's just sitting out in the front and I don't want him to run away. Come back in. Please don't run away. Not again. I know you don't get along very well with the other dog, but all right, Leroy, I'm not really in the mood to work today. I'll stay home and be lazy instead. Oh no, Leroy didn't meet enough of his social needs in the night. It's all right, Leroy. It's okay to miss one day of work. Just nothing more than that. I'm going to lock the door so that he's forced to socialize with the other dogs and be in a good mood. Be happy or else. Come on, your job depends on you two becoming friends. These dogs simply aren't happy enough. I think we need to call in some reinforcements. It's time to make another phone call to the animal adoption agencies. All right, well, there are no female dogs, but Benny is pretty stupid, and he's also kind of lazy, but he's really nice. This dog might unite the others. Let's adopt him. Only another $3.99. We're running out of money for dog food and human food and electricity and a lot of other things, but, well, we just can't make it happen if we don't have the money, and the way we get the money is, of course, through dogs, so send in another puppy, and hopefully this will be the one. Look at how eager he comes. There we go. Bark's off to another day of work. Wow, we've really got a whole dog operation going on here now. Oh, good. It looks like the puppies are playing together. They're growing up and learning to socialize. Oh god, we're running out of money. We've used almost all the rest of it on dog food. All right, Bark has brought home the bread today once again. We gotta keep this dog staying put. All right, now we can keep this door locked. Keep these dogs safe. Oh no, one of the neighborhood animals has knocked over our trash can. I guess it's just going to remain that way forever. Well, this won't really affect our canines. They have no interest. Actually, they might even be happier seeing the trash out on the curb. But it looks like that this neighborhood dog just threw up from eating the trash. Oh well. Just look at our house. Do you remember how this house appeared at the beginning? It really has gone straight downhill. Especially when you compare with all of the other houses in the neighborhood. It is clear whatever is going on inside of this house is very different. We've finally got a fourth dog bed. Everyone has his own space now. Phew, that took a lot. All right, well, this is meeting all of their social needs just with other dogs. This is like a whole dog community. This is crazy. There's not even any human interaction. All he does is refill the food dishes. I didn't honestly know if this would be possible, but this is kind of crazy. Things are looking really bad for Snark. He has some sort of roach infestation in his room. Come on, Snark, let's just take this out. All right, it looks like they are starting to die out. Who knows how so many of them reproduced. I guess it's due to the massive heaps of leftover food and trash, though. Come on, Snark. Stop crying. You have to eat or you'll die. All right, it looks like the shower broke. We don't have any way of repairing it now. We just have to sell it. He'll just have to bathe in that puddle of what? I don't even know what he'll do. We're going to need to save up again, though. That's for sure. Oh, this is terrible. There's been a roach infestation outside. You know, maybe if we called a maid. Although we don't have the money for that yet, really. We still need these dogs to earn more take-home pay. Right, Leroy off to a day of work. Amazing. Bark also going off to his job. Amazing. Oh no, this is terrible. It looks like Snark's computer has broken down. I'm going to have to use the phone to call just anyone who will pick up the phone so that I can maintain my sanity. These dogs need to work harder. We just aren't making enough money to take care of our human. This place is getting to be a mess. And amazing. It looks like Leroy has just gotten back from work. That's another $190. Good. And here comes Bark 2 right out of his carpool. Okay, pretty good. $520. I think that's enough. We can buy that shower back. Nope, actually it's not. Never mind. But we don't have enough money to buy a shower, but we do have enough to just buy a shower head and a drain for the floor. So hopefully that'll be okay for the subfloors. Amazing. Hygiene need met. And winter has arrived. The snows have begun. Oh, it looks like we're going to have to provide a roof for our dog feeding area because snow has entered their bowls. Let's just take care of that really quickly. Shouldn't be too much. Okay, much better. Wow, I can't believe how much I like this. Oh, look, a penguin is coming to visit us from outside. That's amazing. Look, he's moonwalking sideways away. That is bizarre. Who could have predicted that? Time for another day at dog work. Goodbye. Have a good day. It's a dog-eat-dog world out there. Oh, yes. Max has grown into a full-sized adult dog. This is amazing. Now we can start applying for jobs for him too. Benny is still a puppy for about 2 more days, but this will be a 3rd worker in our house to help feed us. Unfortunately, we can't apply for a job because our computer broke down and I'm too stupid to fix it. We have to start calling in services because I'm pretty much incapable of doing anything myself and I'm not allowed to leave this room. You know, actually, it's looked like we've earned just about enough money. If we just sell the old one, we could buy this terrible computer. Let's use this instead. Right, we will find a pet job for Max. Come on, hop to it. Idle hands are the devil's workshop. I think of all the career tracks that we've had to pick from, for Max, we will go with the security career track as a snooper deterrent. Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Saturday, Sunday, 113 a day. Okay, I'll take that. Carpool will arrive at 6 p.m. We have 3 employed dogs. That's amazing. I never thought I would see a day of this low unemployment in the dog economy. Oh no, don't drink that. That's your... Never mind. All right, get in there, Max. That money's not gonna make itself, after all. We're all rooting for you. Oh no, there goes Benny. He somehow got out of the house. Get back inside, Benny. Oh, it looks like Max is also getting a promotion. Max is told by his employer, anti-snoop hounds, to keep snoops away from the cargo trucks owned by the client. He heard a weird sound. Should Max investigate the truck, or is this just a distraction that should be ignored? Okay, let's give it a try. Oh no! Oh my gosh. Max just got fired from his job. Oh no, it was gigantic toxic wom rats. He was allergic to Alright, never mind. Terrible job anyway. Get back in there, Max. We're gonna get you a job in showbiz tomorrow. Those career people can go to hell. Right, we've got an unemployed dog back in the house. We're gonna find him a job again. Showbiz, let's go. Alright, off to another day. Oh look, they're all so happy now and they're playing together. That's so much better. Alright, 426 simoleons. This is getting to be a lot of money now. Well, I think we've just about made enough that we can now start to order a service. I mean, technically, Snark won't be leaving the room. The entire house is filled with cockroaches, trash. Let's start with maybe a maid. I think we can actually afford that. We have enough money now. $10 a day plus $15 an hour. Yes, that's fine. This house is a mess. Oh, thank God you've come. I've been waiting so long. We should probably call more help, but we don't have the money yet, and we have to wait until the weekend's over to go back. The dogs continue to just bathe in their own urine. Oh, awesome. He's cleaning the beds. That will make them just slightly happier. Well, I'm not honestly sure it makes a difference, but it does look slightly better, you gotta admit. All right, here come the repossession agents. It's fine. We'll eventually make back the money. Just don't take anything too expensive. It's fine. Look, they're just taking a table or the trash can or something. That's all right. There was already a lot of trash on the ground. Now here he comes to take out the trash and help me with the roach problem. Oh, wow, this man is doing what I could never do. Wow, what service? This is all the result of those dogs' incredible work. Oh, he's even filling in the holes. What a good guy. All right, everything looking nice and clean now. Oh, and it looks like Benny grew into a healthy adult dog. He looks a lot like Max, but whatever. Well, they're almost perfectly identical. That's gonna be confusing. Whatever. Alright, it's time to get him a job, too. We can't have a dog sitting around doing nothing. Unacceptable. Oh no, this is getting really bad. I have to sell the refrigerator. I've run out of food. Here we go. We're just going to get a lesser version of the same refrigerator now. Okay, we're gonna get another pet job for Benny. $125 a day. This is pretty good pay. Amazing. 4 dogs at work. That's gonna be a really good daily steady paycheck, man. Stop crying, Snark. You have 4 dogs taking care of you. Everything will be all right. Well, I don't know that for sure, but I hope it's true. Otherwise, you'll just die in there. Well, it can't get any worse than it is right now. Just think of it like that. Here comes the car for a big day of dog work once again. Oh no, Benny isn't in the mood for work today. Alright, it's okay to miss a day here and there. Well, at least we got Max to work. Well, good, it looks like Bark's going to work too. Man, they're like real people the way they behave. More furniture repossession. Oh no, it looks like that the household cleaner is taking my items as payment. Every day is torture. Alright, Leroy used his paid day of vacation to receive dog wages. Using that, I've been able to afford 4 chew toys, 1 for each of our canines. There come 3 dogs out. Wow, that was a lot of money in just one day. Come on home, boys. Well, we still have a lot of problems. Let's see what other services we can call. It would be nice if we could get rid of all of the roaches from an exterminator, I guess. $50 an hour. Okay, it won't take that long. There's so many of them on our property. We also need a gardener. $10 an hour. That's all right. There's nothing but weeds in the front. Oh no, the dogs are starting to get into fights. Here come the exterminator and the gardener. It looks like they're going to take out all of the problems now, and our property will be pretty much back to normal. Oh wow, it really didn't look good at all before they came. This is going to be very expensive, but it is kind of necessary. It really looked terrible here. Well, they got rid of all the weeds and the bugs now. Okay, our property actually looks just about the way it did when we started now. It's not terrible anymore. All right, well, we're making lots of money from these dogs now. Well, we've made over 1,000 simoleons now. Amazing. You know, we might be able to get a better dog, but I think just shy of that, let's go ahead and try to hire a dog obedience trainer. Maybe this person will be able to handle these dogs and prepare them for greater promotions. I would be happy to come over to help train your pets. $70 an hour, not bad. Who knows, maybe this dog whisperer will help our canines get more career promotions and it'll be worth it in the end. Oh my goodness, here she comes to teach one of our dogs to roll over. Oh no, she's just standing there and she just left and then she's going to charge us all this money. What a ripoff. I will have to try again tomorrow. Another day at dog work. Goodbye, men. All right, we have earned a lot of money now. That's nearly $1,000 a day exclusively from dog labor. Welcome home, everyone. Look at them all coming through the front door. Let's try calling up the obedience trainer again. All right, we've got the dog trainer. She's doing some bird watching outside. Let's teach Max how to speak. That's what's required for his promotion. Purchase training for Max to speak. All right, here she comes. She's a dog whisperer. Come on, wake the dog up. Here we go. If you fail at this, I really have my doubts. Look, the dog looks completely disinterested. Look, she's disgusted by the dog. What is the matter with you, lady? You're supposed to come in with treats and ways of luring the dog. What the hell are you doing? This is why too many college degrees don't help you. If you can't wake a dog up, what good are you? Oh, she's just beside herself. This is awful. Oh, now she's going home. And she charged me. You know, maybe we need to call this woman up on a weekend. Look, she's still just standing in the house and, like, composing pictures that she hasn't even taken. This is a worthless dog trainer. Come back later. Do better. Just get out of here. You're nothing to me. You know, it would be nice if we could get these dogs washed, though. I'm calling a butler. I can't think of anyone else besides myself who would be capable of actually getting the dog to take a shower autonomous. Yeah, here we go. All right, call the butler. $25 an hour, actually not that bad for a butler. If he can get these dogs in a tub, this will be worth it. All right, I'm ordering the cheapest available tub. Here we go, $700 for a tub. Put it in the bathroom, there we go. All right, we're gonna replace all of our other hired help with a butler. Amazing. Wow, I can't believe this one man is capable of doing so much for me. Look at how hard he's working. He has saved me from the toilet demons. And to think that all of this depended on the labor of just a few canines. Right, there they go off to work. Amazing. He's going to work on feeding the dogs. Right, here come all of the dogs. They've brought back the bacon for today. Let's see if the butler washes them. He does have dog on his mind. Man, these dogs are all just so exhausted from a busy day at work. Let's see if Leroy wants to take a bath. It looks like Leroy just won't take a bath, even with the butler. I guess we won't need the butler anymore. Thank you for at least trying, sir. I guess we won't be needing this tub anymore. All right, about a week has passed. I accidentally forgot to hit record, but our dogs have slightly upgraded their lifestyles. We have managed to afford several slightly improved lifestyle options for our canines. Despite this, they still continue to drink puddles of discarded excrement. Bark has entered his elder years, now 27 days old. And through the non-stop sweatshop-like conditions that we have been living in, we have been able to raise enough money to sustain our butler's salary, which honestly wasn't actually that high. But perhaps most importantly, since he was unfortunately unable to give any of the dogs a bath, I opted for just slightly more intervention, and technically Snark is still not leaving his bedroom, so we have now gained the ability to construct a water wiggler. Excuse me, a wet and wild water wiggler. Ooh, water. Yes, it's wet. We all know that, but it's also fun. Fun to look at, fun to run through, fun to splash and play in. Let's all get wet in this wiggly water toy because water makes life fun and wet. What a perfectly moist description. Now, this is the only item we're constructing by which dogs can autonomously meet their hygiene need. Amazing. We're just going to put this in the backyard, and maybe we'll put some way for them to get back there. There we go, we'll just add in a back door again. And then we gotta fence this thing in so that no one escapes. Amazing! Looks perfectly hygienic to me. Oh, this makes me really glad. Now our dogs can finally meet their hygiene need after, well, months of just being very dirty. Now with all that, we'll just have our dogs come in from another productive day at work. It looks like we made a lot more money today. Look, 3 dogs in that car. Amazing. Everyone come inside. All right, the dogs have returned home. We can lock the door once again. Looks like they're going to have a dog nap. Oh look, Benny is actually using the wet and wild water wiggler. This is meeting his hygiene need without anyone having to intervene or help him. I can't believe it. We have just created an entire household full of dogs who are 100% able to take care of themselves. Look, Leroy's joining in on the fun. Whoever thought that splashing water could bring so much playful joy? No one. Until now. All right, let's see. Can he actually fully meet his... Oh my goodness! He's actually fully met his hygiene need. Oh, that's great. Look at all 4 of them are joining in on it. We might even need to make a second one of these things. They're just so good to have around. Look, they can all play in it at once too. This is amazing. All right, all of my dogs are looking nice and clean now. Squeaky clean. Maybe they'll be in a slightly better mood for socializing now too, because they've been fighting a lot. Some of our dog negative 98 relationship. Yeah, that is a little bit regrettable. I hope it gets better. The rest of them seem to be pretty good friends though. They're just taking such good care of themselves now. It's really nice to see them grow and improve some. They're dogs, what have I said? Oh, never mind. Alright, let's try that obedience trainer again now that we have some time off. Bark and everyone else have the day off today after all. Oh, awesome. She's actually teaching him how to shake and come here. Oh, wow. Look at that. That's amazing. Oh, you can see his intelligence improving by the second. Oh, no. The dog trainer is using the water wiggler herself. This isn't what I'm paying you for. All right, we've finally got the trainer teaching Max to speak. We're almost there. Yes. Max can finally speak. This is really going to improve his career in showbiz. It's looking a little bit late for Leroy. All she keeps doing is just standing around and collecting $70 an hour. Get out of here. Leave. You've taken hundreds of dollars from me for using up all of my water and playing with my dogs and mostly not teaching them anything while I've been trapped in this room. Well, it is somewhat ironic, but I've spent thousands of dollars trying to make my dogs get slightly more skilled to make just a couple dollars more at their careers, but I know it'll all be worth it in the end when I'm surrounded by smart dogs. Max has been promoted to understudy. Finally, we're getting a big cash injection now. Wow, these are some real high-income earner dogs now. You love to see it. All right, it looks like Snark has just entered old age, as you can probably tell by his decrepitude. Snark has grown into an elder. I did not actually achieve any of my aspirations, so I am not able to remain young, alas. Oh, it looks like Bark may actually be at the end of his elder years too, but like a phoenix out of his ashes, a new dog will replace him. Ooh, Max became a stunt double through an unexpected turn of events. Wow, we just got another promotion from Max. Bonus of $776. I can hardly believe how talented my dogs are. Oh no, just like that, that's it. No, alas, Bark Zuckerberg, the Grim Reaper has come to take you away. Oh, it's so terrible. Oh, right after that promotion, too. This just feels horrible. Well, off he goes to doggy heaven. At least he's gonna get to play fetch up in heaven where he belongs. Oh no, look how mournful the other dogs are. That's so sad. This is honestly one of the saddest anime endings I have ever seen. Oh no, he has a little dog grave. Here lies Bark Zuckerberg. This is one of the saddest days I have ever experienced. And to think, if we sell, let's just get rid of all the rest of these. At last, we finally had enough money to afford the best possible dog furniture. The Scratch Paw Manor pet house for 2,500 simoleons. I'm so sad. Boo-hoo. Oh no. Woe is me. Now not only Snark Zuckerberg, but Bark Zuckerberg will be dead soon. Well, you know, with one last day worth of dog wages, at the very least, I can rest knowing that I've raised enough money to adopt. That's right, a whole new set of dogs that we're going to adopt. Oh, we can even get a female, too. There will be future generations of dogs. At last, we have a new generation of dogs. That's the maximum number of dogs we can have in a household. Meet Lassie, Lady, and of course, Bark the Second. Puppies. Everyone loves puppies. And hey, on top of that, look, we have a whole new set of dog beds, so there's enough room for all of our young new puppies who are already not taking a bath, but it'll get better for them with older age when they finally learn to use the water wiggler and eat snow, I guess. All right, well, this is taking care of more of their needs. I'm not gonna argue with it. Look, even Max has a day off on Wednesday with his very lucrative stunt double career at 388 simoleons a day. You know, I think that this first generation of dogs left our next generation for a better life. As for Snark Zuckerberg, he will die, unless if he meets more of his aspirations, but I feel pretty good about this, honestly. You know, I did what I set out to do. I met all of my dog's needs and Snark Zuckerberg's needs. I couldn't prevent him from dying, but we did get good careers. We got promotions. We learned to be obedient. We even took care of our household to not ruin the property value of the entire neighborhood. We adopted more dogs and made friends. We learned to meet all of our needs autonomously. We even took showers. Almost completely without any human intervention. I guess the only thing was really the filling of the dog bowls, which the butler wouldn't do. But other than that, I was actually pretty surprised. I had no direct control over the dogs for this entire playthrough. You just simply can't do anything with them. See how my cursor looks? So I didn't think that this would actually work when I tested it out, but anyway, this playthrough is in memory of Bark Zuckerberg. I give it 10 whoops out of 10, but that's just my 2 cents. Anyway, I could probably keep going on from here and just, like, have an entire dog civilization and adopt better trained dogs, but I feel like I've done a pretty good job, and I think I'm ready to move on to another animal now. Maybe we'll do it with cats someday. That could be kinda crazy. Anyway, I think that's about it for today. As always, I'm Ambiguous Amphibian. Thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed. And as always, a big thanks to viewers like you who are capable of showering without any help autonomously. Until next time.